Suddenly, it's 3 a.m. and you're racing home on a city bike with wind in your hair thinking, wow, I love my life.
Hi, I'm Allie Jane Ayers, and this is Money Changes Everything.
New York or nowhere, a cost-benefit analysis of living in the greatest city in the world. Take a long, hard look at whether New York is still your place to be. Key takeaways. Living in New York is expensive, and it's not just what you're paying in rent or your mortgage. If the city is no longer serving you, it's time to weigh your options. If you decide that maybe it's time to leave, the good news is there are other options, and it doesn't always have to be the suburbs.
Every couple of months, something happens that makes me question why I live in New York City. A few years ago, it was a 40% rent increase. Just last month, it was someone taking a shit on the subway platform across from me at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday at Chambers Street. Other times, it's just hard to be here, and it's expensive. So damn expensive. And yet, there are those New York City nights, TM. If you've lived here, you know what I mean. The night starts with dinner, then dinner turns into drinks, where you run into someone, that someone invites you to an art opening, then someone else invites you to an apartment you've never been to. Suddenly, it's 3 a.m. and you're racing home on a city bike with wind in your hair thinking, wow, I love my life. Those nights were frequent in my 20s, less so in my 30s, when work matters more and when I have more responsibility. Oh, and a husband. But they still do happen, and they are part of what keeps me here. The beauty, the brilliance, the spontaneity. If you've never experienced a New York night, TM, I'd argue you truly haven't lived.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and I was always a little too bossy, a little too brunette for LA. I never quite fit in. I felt like I was too much, too intense, too ambitious, too caffeinated, too much, and too important. Sorry, not too important, too impatient. Then I moved to New York and realized those are features, not bugs. The former mayor of New York City, Mike Bloomberg, once said, "We aren't Walmart. We are a luxury product." And in its darkest, funniest way, that's the most accurate description of New York I've ever heard. It's not for everyone. Only a select few can afford it, and the rest are borrowing heavily to keep up. This June, I celebrated my 15th year as a New Yorker. I love this city. I don't think I'll ever leave it, but as I slouch towards 40, I rely less on the city's glamour and grit to get me going. I'm fulfilled by my career, my marriage, maybe some kids will enter the picture at some point, and I think, would me and my family be happier in a home with a backyard? A place where my husband can have his drum set. A place where I can be at a golf course in 15 minutes. A place where we can both have our own offices. But then I think I would miss New York too much. I would miss the walking. I would miss the spontaneous martinis at Bemelman's at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday.
But the housing is stupid expensive here. Your living space is likely small, even if you're well off. If you make enough money to enjoy the pleasures of the city, you're probably in the top tax bracket. And yet, I keep coming back to the idea that I'm too in love with the city to leave it. There's truly no place on earth like it. I can have this debate forever. I've convinced myself that I won't be as happy anywhere else. I feel immense pride in my city. I love showing visitors a great time when they visit, avoiding the maelstroms of Times Square and Dime Square.
Even though I didn't grow up here, I moved here at 21 and have spent my entire adult life in cramped spaces. I've lived mostly in Brooklyn, except for an ill-fated stint in Chelsea with an axe. I still won't walk down that block that he lives on. I stepped outside for a walk, only to find myself $200 poorer because I had lunch and picked up my dry cleaning. I missed the days when I lived on an editorial assistant salary and PBR.
Should you stay or should you go? Living in the greatest, emotionally taxing city in the world. New York will dazzle you and drain you. It's equal parts electric and exhausting. Sometimes I feel so lucky to live here. Other times I feel like an idiot. Back in the final days of the great New York media era, there was a sports website called Grantland. Even if you didn't like sports, me, the writing was whip smart. Katie Baker wrote a column called Wedded Blitz, where she rated New York Times wedding announcements with a mix of reverence and judgment. Highly recommended.
Inspired by Katie Baker's judgy but deadly accurate scoring system, I created a rubric for determining if you should stay or go, based on every late night conversation I've had about whether we're all just one increase away or one subway delay from moving to Philadelphia.
Section 1, housing stability. Max 20 points. +5, you like your apartment. Like, actually like it. +5, your rent is stabilized, below market, or a deal. +3, you live in the neighborhood you always dreamed of. +7, you could see yourself staying in your current place for at least 10 years. -5, you regularly fantasize about having an in-unit washer-dryer. -3, you have panic dreams about lease renewals. Section 2, financial health. Max 25 points. Plus 5, your rent or mortgage is under 35% of your take-home pay. Plus 5, you have at least 3 months of emergency savings. Plus 5, you're contributing to retirement even if it's small. Plus 3, if you actually have money left over for fun or travel. Plus 7, if you see income growth potential in your near future. Minus 5, if you regularly carry a balance on a high-interest credit card. Minus 3, grocery shopping gives you sticker shock every week. I think that's all of us, though. Minus 3, you've delayed dental work due to insurance confusion. Section 3, earning potential and opportunity. Max 25 points. Plus 5, if you work in a New York-centric industry like media, finance, art, fashion, vibes, whatever. Plus 5, you've landed a job or an opportunity because of your local network. Plus 5, your income could grow significantly by staying here. Plus 3, you're building something, a business, a brand, a reputation. Plus 7, leaving the city would be a career setback. Minus 4, you feel stuck at work and still can't afford to leave. Minus 3, your company went remote, but you're still Zooming from a desk in your bedroom rather than a separate room or office. Section 4, relationship and social capital, max 15 points. Plus 5, if you're single and thriving, stay. Plus 3, you're partnered and both of you want to be here. Plus 3, you have close local friendships that anchor you. Plus 2, you've built a reliable network for jobs, couches, and emotional support. Plus 2, you've never carried a mattress solo down 5 flights of stairs. Minus 3, if most of your people have left and your group chat is now 80% baby monitor talk. Minus 2, you regularly go days without seeing anyone in person, and it's not by choice. Section 5, personal fit and long-term outlook, max 15 points. Plus 5 if you like the pace of New York and don't want slow. This is definitely me. Plus 5, you can picture yourself staying through a major life transition, like kids, a career shift, or another pandemic. Plus 5, you've lived somewhere else and were profoundly bored. Minus 3, you can't remember the last Broadway show, museum, or botanical garden you went to. That means you're not enjoying the city. Minus 2, you feel like you're working constantly and not actually experiencing the city. Section 6, the drain, max negative 20 points. Minus 2 if you feel perpetually behind, financially, emotionally, physically. Minus 3 if you've Googled best cities for creatives with decent housing more than once. Minus 2 if you order Seamless more than twice a week, aka you're not experiencing the city. Minus 2 if the chaos used to be charming, now it's just too loud. Minus 2 if you've said out loud, I just need one good reason to leave. Minus 3 if you walk by hot people smoking outside bars and cough loudly to let them know you're annoyed. Minus 5, it feels like the city is taking more than it's giving and you're too tired to argue. I think it might be time to go. Here's our scoring guide. So the total you can have is 120 points. If you have 95 or more, you're not just surviving, you're building. Stay and own it. 65 to 94 points, you're holding it together, reassess, recalibrate. 40 to 64, the city may be draining you, something's got to give. Below 40, I won't help you move, but I can recommend a great moving company. And hey, you might actually like Philly. Bonus section, the kid question, max 15 points. Plus 5 if you're willing to tackle the New York City school system with spreadsheets and snacks. Plus 3, you've identified a school option that you can afford without sacrificing your sanity and dental care. Plus 2, there's green space nearby and your kids think Prospect Park is their backyard. Plus 3, you can afford childcare or you have a family solution. Plus 2, you've accepted that your stroller might live in the hallway forever. Minus 3, if you grew up with a backyard and can't stop dreaming about giving that to your kid. Minus 2, if private school tuition makes you physically recoil. Minus 2, you're worried about your child sleeping in a literal closet. Minus 3, you haven't had a kid yet, but the idea of parenting in this city makes you want to throw a tantrum. 10 to 15 points, you're going to raise some pretty great kids here. 1 to 10 points, sounds like this might be a decision you may come to regret. You'll always look longingly at New Jersey. Less than 0, this is not going to go well. Should you stay or should you go? The emotional side. A love test for the chronically city-bound.
+4, you still get butterflies when you land at JFK and glimpse the skyline while driving on the BQE. +2, if you've once fell in love on the L train and never saw them again. +5, you sometimes find yourself needing and successfully procuring pizza or meat and rice after 11 p.m. +2, you've hit on someone or have been hit on by someone at Trader Joe's. +3, if you've hit 10,000 steps in a day without trying. +5, if you secretly believe the MTA is a miracle. +2, you've cried in public and no one cared. +4, if you have a favorite bodega and they know your order. +3, if you've watched A Devil Wears Prada and thought, Andy should have stayed. +2, you've eaten a $1 slice and a $300 tasting menu in the same week. +3, you've worn couture to run errands because you never know who you might run into. +5, you once locked eyes with someone on the subway and still remember their outfit. You own a humidity-optimized, nice outfit. Wish my hair would cooperate today. +4, you've seen the sunrise while walking home. +2, if you've seen a dead rat, it was large and just kept walking. +2, you have a dermatologist so good you refuse to refer them. +3, you've looked around a dinner table and thought, this is the point. +3, you regularly get invited to things that make you feel better than everybody else. +3, you've lied about your rent because it's nobody's business. +4, if you've visited a cute town and whispered, where are all the people? +3, if you've hit 4 neighborhoods in one day. +5, if you've had a Brooklyn rooftop conversation that changed your 5-year plan. +3, if you have a friend who will meet you for a martini at any time with 15 minutes notice. +5, if you get teary at Francis Ha or When Harry Met Sally. +3, if you stayed in town on a holiday weekend and had the best time sitting on the stoop, drinking beers with friends and strangers. +4, if you've walked home instead of taking the subway, not because you couldn't afford it or didn't want to, but because the city was just too beautiful to rush through. +3, you've added someone on LinkedIn after a party and felt zero shame. That's the kind of ambitious New Yorker thing that is not allowed in any other city, especially Los Angeles. +3, there's a part of the city you avoid because someone you loved still haunts it. +2, you've had Tuesday dinner with people from 5 different industries and 3 countries. +3, if you sometimes forget how hot people are here until you go anywhere else. +2, you feel more connected walking alone in Soho than at most family gatherings. Scoring. What is your emotional attachment to New York City? 0 to 20. You love the idea of New York, but the city doesn't love you back. 21 to 40. You're still in it, but you're tired. 41 to 60. You're one magical night away from staying forever. 61 to 100. You are New York. You'll leave in body before you leave in spirit. So, where do we go from here? So you've run the numbers. Maybe they came back glowing. Maybe they came back in the red. Either way, you're here, staring at the emotional and financial spreadsheet of your life in New York. If the conclusion is, this isn't working anymore, the good news is you have options. For some, it's the classic play, the suburbs. Maplewood, Montclair, Westchester, Stamford. You keep your Metro North Pass, your therapist, and your bagels. You gain a mudroom and some friends that you always hang out with in sweats. Others head to smaller cities with soul, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Providence, New Haven, and Hudson. These are cities with grit, culture, walkability, and price tags that don't require a 6-figure salary, $20,000 from grandpa for a down payment, or divine intervention. You'll still get good coffee. And here's the truth that no one says out loud. Leaving New York doesn't have to be forever. Maybe it's a break, a pause, a reset, a year to get your savings, sanity, and bandwidth back. The city will still be here, dizzying, difficult, and ready to seduce you all over again. I think James Murphy of LCD Sound System said it best. New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. New York will always be the center of something. I'm pretty sure it will always be the center of my universe, but that doesn't mean it has to be the center of your life, at least not right now. If you can make it here, you should.